What is the antidote to anti-Semitism? This is something that I'm sure many people have been wondering over the past few months, seeing a rise in hatred and attacks and all these things. It's makes people wonder, what is the solution? It's been, anti-Semitism is so persistent and it constantly mutates as a virus in order to find a way of surviving, and it does so brilliantly. So what is the solution? Is there even one? Well, I want to share with you what I believe the Jewish tradition tells us is its ultimate solution. And this is an excerpt from the book To Win a War, written by Rabbi Manis Friedman and Dr. Elad Ben Elul. It's called To Win a War, The Jewish Way is actually the full title. And it's got a section on the antidote to anti-Semitism. And I want to read this to you. Shockingly, instead of arousing sympathy for the Jews, some of the most horrifying pogroms and massacres inflicted on the Jewish people have triggered increasing waves of anti-Semitism all over the world. Anti-Israel protests call for boycotts and attacks on Jews on the streets of major cities, on university campuses, in governments, and social media. It creates a frightening atmosphere for Jewish men, women, and children, both in and outside of Israel. In many Jewish communities, people have taken steps to hide or remove visible signs of Jewishness, such as Star of David symbols on clothing and jewellery. People have even taken mezuzahs down from their doors to avoid dangerous confrontations. But are we really safer hiding our Jewish identities? It's a phenomenon that spans millennia and centuries and decades. In Nazi Germany, the Jews were very assimilated into the dominant society. Most Jews looked and behaved like Germans, had German in-laws, spoke German, and took on at least outwardly German values and ideologies. This did not help them at all. When Hitler decided that all the Jews must be expelled and murdered, he did not differentiate in any way between observant and non-observant Jews. For him, a Jew was a Jew and will always remain one. The notion that blending into general society is a safe and responsible strategy has been proven historically incorrect. Taking down a mezuzah because of anti-Semitism is like saying, I live in a bad neighbourhood, so I'll take the locks off the doors. Jewish practices are more than mere symbols. They have the power to protect us, spiritually and physically, and have indeed protected us for thousands of years. The very fact that we are still here after having been persecuted mercilessly through the millennia bears testimony. If worldwide hatred, ignorance, and terrorism were to succeed in making us ashamed of who we are, it would mean the triumph of evil over goodness. We cannot accept this. The response should be not less, but more Jewish pride, more performance of mitzvot, and greater visibility as the unique nation we are meant to be. This will serve to inspire the world around us and empower our Jewish brothers and sisters in unimaginable ways. Think of an Israeli soldier. At first glance, he looks like any other soldier anywhere. He wears a khaki uniform, carries a weapon, and dons camouflage and body armor. But he also wears tzitzit, puts on tefillin, and cries out Shema Yisrael as he heads into battle. These uniquely Jewish symbols and practices are seen by IDF soldiers as protecting, unifying, and lifting the spirit of all Jews across the globe, while granting them the courage and confidence to be victors, not victims. In many ways, every Jew is a soldier. So let's be proud and protect ourselves, both physically and spiritually, by being more Jewish than we have ever been. We have nothing to feel guilty about, nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing to fear. We have been chosen, not for special privilege, but for the hard-won merit of serving God's higher purpose in the world. We love one another, we love our families, we love the goodness within humankind, we love giving and we love life. That, improbable though it may seem, is why our enemies are so jealous of us. There will come a time when they will leave rivalry behind and recognize and emulate our devotion to living purposeful, meaningful lives. I thought that was such a powerful excerpt, and for me it's important because this notion that if we try and escape our identity, that will solve anti-Semitism has been proven to be wrong. A Jew cannot escape his identity. But also this notion that we should hide away from our mission. Actually, if our mission represents the very purpose of this world, then surely we will have divine help in achieving it and making the nations who are hostile and those who are hostile eventually putting down their arms, putting down their rivalry and jealousy, and asking instead, how can we partner with you in fitting in to God's plan? That's what's going to happen. That's what we see as inevitable. And for those who think No way. You're banking on miracles. I simply tell them to study the miracle that is Jewish history. Hi, thank you so much for watching. To watch another one, click here. To stay up to date with all our content, click here to subscribe. And if you're able to, you can help support JTV to grow and grow by clicking join below this video, where you can become a member and get perks including early access to videos and private live discussions with me. But most of all, you'll be partnering with us on our mission to change the world.